Y'all, this is a trial and a half. Do you hear me? Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. Hope everybody's feeling good. I hope that you guys are getting geared up for a nice weekend. I hope all of y'all are off this weekend, right? Some of y'all are probably like, I gotta work. But I hope that you guys are gonna get outside or spend time with your family, relax, or just enjoy your weekend. So in today's video, we are going to be going over some of the details from Sean Combs' trial week 1. Some of the highlights, mind you. Now, if you guys don't know, there are no cameras that are allowed in the courtroom right now, but big media sources like the New York Times and other big media sources are reporting on what's going on behind those doors. Before we get into it though, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things way more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There's a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube due to their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section and what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and I'm on Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform where you can find links to a lot of the things that I use or that y'all ask about or that I love. Everything from clothing, makeup, skincare, workout gear, furniture, just all kinds of stuff that I want to post, and I do post over on my Like to Know It. And all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. Before we go any further, I did want to stop and thank today's sponsor, Factor. Eat stress-free with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh and never frozen meal is chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. You can choose from a weekly menu of 35 different options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, keto meals, you got Protein Plus, vegan, and veggie. And you can also discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast on the go, different kind of snacks, all different types of beverages like smoothies. There's a latte smoothies that has a little bit of caffeine in it if you want that mid-morning or afternoon pick-me-up, and all kinds of stuff to help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. So what are you waiting for? Get started today and fuel up for your springtime goals, because Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success. You can skip the grocery stores, skip all the prep work and the cooking fatigue, and instead get these chef-crafted meals delivered right to your front door. And nowadays, so many people are having food delivered to their offices by, those certain apps on your phone that delivers different fast food joints or places in your area. But if you have Factor on hand, you're gonna save time, you're gonna save money, and you're gonna be able to boost your nutrition at the same time. I especially love having these meals on hand for my teenage son, who will definitely go for a bag of chips in the cupboard if he's hungry. If he doesn't have something easily accessible to grab out of the refrigerator, microwave, and eat when he's starving. Any of y'all got teenagers, you know exactly what I'm talking about when they're like, I'm starving. If you want to try Factor, just go to factor75.com or just click the link down in the description box and use my code 50ChristinaRandall to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box today. Yes, that's code 50ChristinaRandall at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box today. Thanks again, Factor. Y'all, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Even TD Jakes. Do y'all know who TD Jakes is?
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming? If everything was true, all I got to do is repent sincerely from my heart. There's enough power in the blood to cover all kinds of sins.
Okay, so if you guys do not know, this is a significant event in the world of entertainment and really beyond. the trial of Sean Combs, who is also known as Puff Daddy or P. Diddy. Now, the trial has already captured millions of people's attention, and I'm here to break it down with you guys from the best of my ability about what's going on behind those doors. And again, cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, unfortunately, but there are people in large media sources like the New York Times and the New York Post and many others which are giving these live updates from the inside. So I'm going to do like I typically do, and I'm going to break things down for you guys in layman's terms, but I want to remind y'all that I am not a professional, okay? I pull all of my information from very public news sources that is already out there. Everything in this video is alleged. I filter it through my own words and opinions. Please go do your own research and form your own opinions, and of course, don't show hate to anybody anywhere, okay? Now, the outcome of this trial could have huge repercussions on not just 55-year-old Diddy, but also for the whole entertainment industry. The allegations has brought up very important discussions about things that go on behind closed doors in the music industry and about celebrity accountability when it comes to a person that has a lot of power and fame and even money. I mean, there are rumors that more arrests are coming down the pipeline for other high-profile celebrities here in the future. Yeah, those are rumors, but I guess we're going to see. Now, if you don't know, a jury of 12 everyday like New Yorkers was selected for this trial. It ended up being 8 men and 4 women. They were seated just this past Monday in this federal trial for Sean Combs. Their ages range from 30 being the youngest, which I was surprised about, all the way up to 74, and they all live in different diverse areas of New York's neighborhoods across Manhattan and the Bronx, as well as Westchester County. It is also said that they come from various professions. There's supposedly an investment analyst, a physician's assistant, a massage therapist, and even a deli clerk. Now, the juries were also asked about their hobbies and their music taste, with some of the younger jurors in their 30s and 40s saying that they listen to hip hop and R&B music. And several of the jurors have said that they were already familiar with a key piece of evidence in the trial, and that key piece of evidence was the 2016 video of Diddy and Cassie, his ex-girlfriend, in a Los Angeles hotel hallway, and that video went pretty viral last year, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, the prosecution is allegedly going to be leaning heavily on 2 specific accusers, and that's a Jane Doe, who, as of me filming this right now, has not testified yet, and also Cassie. If y'all don't know who Cassie is, this is Cassie right here. She did the song Me and You. I loved that song. I still love that song. I have that song in my playlist for whenever I work out. And she was a pretty popular singer many years ago. And her and Diddy were boyfriend and girlfriend for like 11 years. Now, I think most people know by now that Diddy is accused of coercing these women into these what is considered to be freak-offs that would last for days. And he's being accused of having people travel across multiple state lines and all over the country. Now, we also heard last year about Diddy's staff organizing this travel and that his businesses paid the expenses in what the prosecutors describe as a criminal enterprise. And I think we all remember all of the baby oil drama. Well, just buckle up because there's a lot more baby oil than we even thought. Now, when opening statements began earlier this week, allegedly the prosecution did not disappoint because they said that Diddy used his fame and power to run a large criminal enterprise that facilitated his freak-offs, substance fuel get-togethers that involved a lot of different S-workers, and he allegedly used aggressive tactics and coercion to force the participants of people in these events, including his ex-girlfriend, Cassie. Now, the defense, in its opening statements, admitted, hey, Diddy wasn't a great guy back then. Listen, he was jealous, he was occasionally aggressive, but they insisted that all of these people participated willingly in his escapades, basically saying like, listen, Yeah, he was a butthead. Yeah, he was aggressive. Yeah, he threw his weight around. But these people kept coming back. They wanted to be around Diddy. They wanted to be around these parties. They wanted to be involved. And so therefore there was no crime. And the defense also added that the way that Diddy got physical and his extreme love for baby oil were not federal crimes. Like, yeah, you may not like the way that he acted, but it's not a federal crime. So this is when the first witness was called, and this was a former hotel security guard. He was the one who actually responded to the 2016 incident where the video of Diddy being aggressive with Cassie in the hallway of that hotel room was seen. This security guard testified that he was working on duty. He was called to assist a woman in distress, meaning somebody else in the hotel room called and said, hey, we see this woman in distress, can security get down there and help? When he arrived, this is where he found two people, and they were Cassie and Diddy. Security guard then testified that he could tell that Cassie was very scared. She was in the corner. She had like this hood on covering up her head. He said that he could not see her face at all, but she was pretty much like covered and like cowered over in the corner. He noticed that on the floor was a destroyed flower vase, and when he questioned Diddy, he said that Diddy told him that the two of them were just arguing. That's when Cassie got up and tried to get her cell phone, but the security guard said that when Cassie tried to get up and get her cell phone, that Diddy told her that she was not going to leave. And this is when the former security guard said that he ended up putting his body in between the doorway for a few minutes until Cassie was able to squeeze by and leave the room. Now, when the security guard tried to leave the room himself, he said that Diddy went and grabbed this large like stack of cash and basically threw it at him and said, hey, don't tell anyone. He also testified that Diddy had another interaction with the hotel security team. This, he said, resulted in him actually pinning Diddy against the wall when Diddy attempted to take both his and his colleagues' cell phones away from them. He said that when Diddy came to the room, he ended up closing the door behind him and he grabbed the cell phone that his colleague was holding up because he thought that his colleague was actually recording Diddy. So Diddy basically snatches the phone out of the other security guard's hand. He said that Diddy did eventually end up giving the phones back to them, but they were trying to tell him, listen, dude, we're not recording you. We're here trying to de-escalate whatever situation is going on. Then after that, the next witness was called, witness number 2, and his name is Daniel Phillip. And you guys, this is when it's like, we're on a roll here, okay? Daniel Phillip is considered to be, and I'm going to put this in words that if you're grown, you're going to know what I'm saying, okay? Daniel Phillips is considered to be a male pleasure for hire, okay? He says that he ended up receiving money from Cassie, not from Diddy, but from Cassie, to do his job in around 2012 and 2013. He said that when he first met Diddy, that he actually had a backwards cap on and he had a mask covering his face, and he didn't actually know that that was Diddy. He said that Diddy had just told him that he was some sort of like exporting or something professional. So Diddy's got a mask on, a backwards cap. The male professional shows up there to do his job, and he has no idea who that person actually is. Now, according to people online, Diddy's 3 daughters, mind you, and his mother and other family members, they're all sitting like front row during this testimony. Anyways, so this guy testifies that after he got there, he had a brief conversation. Diddy goes and sits in a corner. And this is like a reoccurring theme a lot. So Cassie's there, Diddy's there. Diddy's got this mask on, this backwards cap, and he goes and sits over in the corner by himself to watch. This is when Cassie began to rub baby oil all over him, and she told him basically to rub baby oil all over her. So they're just rubbing baby oil, all just getting real shiny. He said that Cassie was the hottest chick that he had ever seen, and he did not last long, if you know what I mean. So they rubbed the baby oil all over. Diddy's sitting over there allegedly in a corner with the mask on watching. They're nice and shiny. They get down and it's like that, okay? He said that he got paid a couple $1,000, and when he was getting ready to leave, Cassie asked him for a picture of himself. They ended up exchanging phone numbers, and then later Cassie allegedly contacted him and asked him to come back. Now, the second time that he come to meet up with Cassie, he ended up lasting for a few hours. And allegedly, Diddy was giving out Cialis and lots of baby oil. So Diddy probably is like, I'm going to get you fixed up, buddy. I didn't call you over here so I can sit in the corner for 30 seconds, okay? I want a show is what it sounded like, because he was passing them out them stamina pills, if you know what I mean. He said that he actually really started to like Cassie, and he would send her these random text messages to check on her, but she would not respond to them. Basically, Cassie only responded to text messages when she wanted him to come over and when he would come to meet her and Diddy. But sometimes when he would get there to meet with them, he would notice that it looked like there had already been other people there, meaning the room wasn't in clean order. Like there would be towels all over the bed, or there would be baby oil everywhere, or there would be like Astroglide bottles and stuff, like he was third or fourth in line for the day type of thing. Daniel also said that Diddy would be sitting in the corner and saying things like, slow down. I cannot imagine this. Then again, he's a professional, right? This is his job. This is what he does for a job. So I'm going to have to try to look at this in the same way as when people are acting and they're acting certain scenes. But so what he's basically saying is like him and Cassie are in the room. They're just baby oiled like crazy. Diddy's in the corner and he's over there going, slow down, daddy. And like literally saying it to him, slow down, daddy. And having them like do all this role play like they had just met, like pretend like you're just meeting for the first time. And allegedly, according to this guy, Daniel, there was never enough baby oil. It was baby oil on top of baby oil on top of baby oil. He was even sent himself to go and get more baby oil one time. And he said that Diddy would always say, y'all need more baby oil. You need more baby oil. Like Diddy's definitely got this fascination or fixation on this oil. Now, the next time when Daniel came to meet with the couple, this is when he said that Diddy answered the door in full suit without his face covered. And this is also when he asked him for his ID for insurance to make sure he did not talk about who he was. So basically, Diddy opens the door. The guy's standing there like, oh, crap, this is who you are. Like, you're him. And he's like, yeah, come in, give me your ID, takes the ID, makes a copy of it and says, this is for insurance to make sure you don't tell anybody. He definitely felt like that was a threat to him. Then that brings us to the testimony of the yellow shower. And you guys, you learn something new every day. Allegedly, Cassie asked him if he had ever done that before. He ended up telling Cassie, no, I've never done this before. So he said that this day Diddy was sitting in the corner as per usual, and she asks him to do it. So she gets down, mouth open, and says like, okay, give me my shower. And he allegedly just released himself. This is when Cassie stops him. She's like, no, you're doing it wrong. You shouldn't do it like that. You have to let it drip. You have to go slow. Anyways, Daniel said that the substances that Diddy gave him when he was there were so good that it turned him into a totally different person. And that one time he ended up leaving the meeting with them and he took the $4,000 that he made. He went down to Times Square and he just started throwing $100 bills in the air like, wee. Like, imagine going and meeting up with this couple, right? You make $4,000 doing whatever you're doing. You're taking a something while you're there. And you are so out of your mind feeling good that you take that $4,000 to Times Square, just start throwing $100 bills. Allegedly, he threw all the money. He had no money afterwards. He actually said that he didn't even care about getting paid when he was with them because he was having so much fun being with Cassie, and he would be basically having unlimited substances, and he was hanging out with these famous people. And so he would have went and done it for free. He also told a story about Cassie being on a computer one time. And this is when he said that Cassie was sitting on this computer and Diddy comes out and tells her, hey, come here. And she says, okay, I'm coming. Let me close down the computer because I have my personal information on it. When she said that to him, basically that is when all heck broke loose because allegedly Diddy came out and he threw a liquor bottle at the wall. It burst, and then he drug Cassie back into the room. Daniel said that he could hear slapping noises, yelling, and he could hear Cassie saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And allegedly Diddy was saying to her, "B, when I tell you to come here, you come here." Then Cassie takes the stand. Now, when she got on the stand, she said that was the first time she had laid eyes on Diddy in person in real life in 6 years. Now, allegedly, according to Cassie, photos would be sent to them from different agencies of different men for hire. Now, allegedly, it was pretty much always Diddy wanting to hire men, okay? And so they would send out these photos. Okay, this guy's available, this guy's available, this guy's available. And her and Diddy would go through the photos looking at eggplants to see which one they preferred. And then they would choose their guy, and then they would have their professional delivered to them wherever they were. Cassie even said that they even went as far sometimes as to ordering their professionals from back page. She also alleged that these freak-offs would sometimes last for 3 days straight without any sleep at all. When she was asked, "How did you stay awake for that long?" she was like, "The drugs, like the substances." And she said that she would be intimate with like 3 to 4 men, and she would do this even if Diddy was not there, and that she would have to describe out loud while she was doing what she was doing in great detail what was going on so he knew. And I just have to assume and believe that that's because there was cameras in the room. And I just have to believe that's because there were cameras in the room. So wherever Diddy was, maybe he was at a business meeting or work, he was watching what was going on and listening and wanting her to describe out loud exactly what was going on at the time. And baby oil on top of baby oil on top of baby oil. Like she said, the baby oil needed to be reapplied every 5 minutes or sooner, like constantly reapply it. She alleged that they would have to keep extra linens on hand all the time because there would be red fluids and yellow fluids all over the place. And allegedly, Diddy is the one that showed her how to do everything that she did. She said that she never even performed like on a person before, and he ended up teaching her how to do all of this. She said that these events basically became her job, and she was to perform at them. She allegedly was saying that she thought that she loved him, and if she continued to do these things, basically she was going to have her happily ever after with him. However, he was not in a monogamous relationship with her or with anybody. And if she did try to leave, he always hung these videos that he took of her over her head as blackmail to continue to try to control her. And allegedly, it was also said that his temper was so touchy. Like she never knew what kind of mood Diddy was going to be in. Was he going to be in a happy mood? Was this going to make him happy? Like she never knew how to act because he would just fly off the handle like that, which when you're taking that many substances, I just don't understand how you can't be like that. Like if you're like when the paperwork first came out about this indictment, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was alleged or accused, and it may come out later on in this trial, that even the cooks around Diddy would have to have substances in their pocket. So anytime he needed something, there was somebody there to give him something. I mean, that is such a terrible way to live. It just goes to show you, or goes to show me even, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you are empty inside, you are empty. You can take all the bills, you can have all the money, you can have all the baby oil, you can have the biggest, the prettiest, the whatever. But if you are empty inside, you are empty inside. Anyways, she also alleged that she signed a 10-album deal with Diddy. However, she only released 1 album, and he kept her in that state hanging every little thing over her head as blackmail. Now, when the defense got up there, of course, they just completely went after Cassie's character, and they were saying that she was just an addict, basically, and that she would get aggressive herself, not only with Diddy, but also with different security guards. And I'm sure Diddy's going to have some people testify on his behalf, and he's going to say, they're going to probably say some stuff too. And again, I don't understand how she wouldn't either. When you're taking that much stuff, I mean, y'all know, y'all got family members that can't drink past 3 beers or otherwise they want to fight everybody. Imagine living in this type of state of mind. Doesn't sound fun to me. Defense also showed text messages between Diddy and Cassie from 2009. One text was sent from Diddy to Cassie that said, "When do you want to freak off? LOL." And Cassie responded, "I am always ready." Another one that was showed was Diddy saying, "I can't wait to watch you. I want to get you real hot." And Cassie responded, "Me too. I want to be uncontrollable." Now, obviously, those messages showed a very different side of the relationship than what Cassie had just described the first 2 days of her testimony when she was being questioned by the prosecution. I mean, for hours, Cassie said that Diddy forced her to take part in hundreds of those types of parties over about 10 years, and he used any means necessary in order to get her to do it. However, when the defense was reading these text messages, honey, she was saying things like, "I miss you so much. I'll fly wherever you need me, whenever." And Diddy messaged her stuff like, "I love you so much, it makes me cry." I mean, it definitely gave a different perspective. As a matter of fact, the defense said that for Cassie, she made a choice every single day for years. A choice to stay with him, a choice to fight for him. Because for 11 years, that was the better choice, and that was her preferred choice. I mean, ouch. That sound, and allegedly, she admitted on the stand during her original testimony that in the lawsuit that she had with Diddy, and I don't know if y'all remember all that when it all like just kind of came to light, it was last year or the year before, that she ended up settling with Diddy for $20 million. So she got $20 million, signed, I believe, an NDA, and then she still got subpoenaed and came out and told her truth or everything that happened. So what do I think about this information so far? So far, I see what Cassie's saying, and I do believe the fact that Cassie was young and he used his power. I think it's all disgusting, but I don't know if so far these events equal what he's being charged with. I'm believing they're the feds. They're going to have more, but I don't know if right now, just in this first week, what we've talked about, if this is considered like racketeering and trafficking against somebody's will. Were there times that he did these bad things, and was he abusive and all that? Yeah. Was he disgusting? Yeah. Is he a horrible person? Is somebody that I think has dark energy and is demonic and demonically filled? Yes. But I don't know if so far it's exactly these charges, but we're going to see. I believe they're going to nail him with something, I believe, no matter what, but we'll see. Who knows who he's got on the jury? But let's briefly talk about T.D. Jakes, you guys. Now, if y'all don't know who T.D. Jakes is, 50 years, you guys, big time pastor. And it has long been rumored that T.D. Jakes, this famous non-denominational Christian evangelical pastor and motivational speaker, was in cahoots with Diddy and these freak-offs. Now, I do need to say that everything, again, here is alleged, and T.D. Jakes has denied all allegations, but things have gotten pretty weird. I mean, Cat Williams did an interview last year with Shannon Sharpe, and this went super viral, and he was the loudest voice that I had ever heard talk about T.D. Jakes being involved, and everything that he said basically was going to come out and come to light. Looks like it did.
T.D. Jakes over there with P. Diddy.
Come on, Cat.
Only the guy you had here has been upfront and honest and a man of God and humble and took the L's he had to take and didn't. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.D. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
T.D. Jakes has been photographed and videotaped with Diddy multiple times, which doesn't mean that he did anything illegal, but still it's noted. And he was even named in a lawsuit that was filed against Diddy. And again, this does not mean that it's true, but allegedly TD Jakes was hired by Diddy to make his image look good, and therefore they have these secret dealings behind the scenes. Recently, these rumors got real heavy and everything. TD Jakes stepped down from the church, and he had his daughter go up and become the pastor.
The worst that could happen if everything was true, all I got to do is repent sincerely from my heart. There's enough power in the blood to cover all kinds of sins. I don't care what it is, the blood would fix it.
And he's had these lawsuits against him from, we'll just talk about the one specifically, from a man who said that TD Jakes groomed him and did stuff and da. Now, I will say, when you are in the public eye, you are going to attract people that want to get something out of you. So I don't know if it's true, but it's weird. It's weird that he's been so buddy-buddy with Diddy. It's weird that he's seen with them. It's weird that it's all very strange, and he's innocent until proven guilty. But it is, again, like I said in the beginning of this video, rumored that this trial is only the beginning. There's so much more that's coming out. Have y'all heard about this? What do y'all think? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Other than that, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Hope y'all can get outside and get some sunshine, some fresh air, and drink your water. And I will see y'all next week for the next video. Love you guys. Bye.